Black Incense Malaki from the House of Chopard. This one here, I must admit, straight out of the gate, is fantastic. It's one of my favorites for winter. Now, having said that, it's also very accessible, very inexpensive, and it's just masterfully blended. This thing is amazing. I'm here to talk about why perhaps this doesn't receive as much hype as it should, and also how you can access it, where to buy it, how it performs, and how it smells, most importantly. So guys, Black Incense Malaki, stick around for this review. Hey guys, welcome back to Real Scent Review. Thanks for tuning in again. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so, and also please consider giving this video a like. I'm going to be reviewing Black Incense Malaki from the House of Chopard. Now, this fragrance, and the house in particular, at least in North America, does not have a whole lot of attention surrounding it. Not a lot of people know about this one. Chopard is a French designer, and you know, they release some really high quality scents at an affordable price. I'll tell you, this line here, the Malaki line, is some of the absolute highest quality perfumery in the designer realm. It does not get much better than this. Chopard releases some fantastic fragrances that are up there in quality, in terms of quality with, you know, Tom Ford, Guerlain, Chanel, and Dior, the heavy hitters of the designer realm. In the Malaki line, we have obviously Black Incense Malaki, we have oud, we have rose, musk, and amber, I believe. That is the entire Malaki line from the House of Chopard. In Arabic, Malaki translates to royalty or knightly. So we're gonna see if this lives up to the name. I am going to begin by first smelling this masterpiece and also describing the bottle here. So here we see the top, the cap says Chopard. It's gold, it's made of metal, very nice quality cap here. There's a lot of friction to it. I mean, it really sticks on there. I still wouldn't recommend picking it up by the cap because it's a heavy bottle, very sturdy, heavy duty, black glass, and it is transparent. The one thing that I do not like about this bottle is the sticker. I mean, the rest of the bottle is so high quality, but the sticker just, you know, you can see it's already starting to peel there. The sticker is kind of just like, I don't know. I don't agree with it. I think I could have done better as far as the label. But anyway, as I always say, it's what's on the inside that counts. So gonna go ahead, waste a spray here with pleasure. Super high quality atomizer. I'm gonna go over the official note breakdown as always. So the official notes in the top are leather and smoke. The official mid notes are resin and oud. And the official dry down is spices and olibanum. I'm just gonna let this dry down a bit on the paper. I'm gonna go on a little bit more about this particular fragrance. Now, the perfumer behind this, the person who blends it, who actually, you know, is responsible for the design of the ingredients of this perfume, is unknown, but I have a feeling it's the one and only, the great, the master, Alberto Morillas. So the reason I say that is because, first of all, Alberto Morillas has worked extensively with the House of Chopard over the years, and he has also worked on various fragrances such as Gucci Guilty Absolu and the Bulgari Man in Black line. Those mentioned fragrances are similar to this one, and I'll explain a little bit more about that later. So even though it's not official, I think it's safe to say that AM is the nose behind this masterpiece. Okay, so I'm gonna go over what I actually detect in this fragrance now. All right, so up top I definitely get leather and a little bit of smoke. In the mid, I get some Definitely some resin, some woody resin, mixed with some saffron. Okay, and in the dry down, it's more leather and more saffron with a touch of oud. You know, there's not a lot of oud, but it is detectable, especially in the dry down. Okay, I'll be honest with you guys. I've had this for several months. I wear it frequently. It's one of my favorites for winter. The name is Black Incense Malaki. I don't get any incense in this at all. Like, there's no incense whatsoever that I can detect. Now, even though the name is misleading, I still think this is a very good fragrance. This is phenomenal. No incense, but there is a smoky accord. Like I said, in the opening, I think, you know, the leather gives off a smoky nuance, right? This is one that smells, you know, it definitely smells better on skin than it does on paper. But even given that, on paper it smells absolutely phenomenal as well. All right, on the skin, the smokiness is a little bit more prominent than on paper. But anyway, you guys will just have to get this and test it out for yourselves because it's a masterpiece. Yeah, so the quality of this is superb. In the designer world, Chopard is, although it's unknown fairly, in at least in North America, this house is something that you absolutely need to check out if you're interested in high quality, affordable designer fragrances that smell like niche offerings. Honestly, this is another one of those rare designers that, both in terms of smell and quality, absolutely resembles something from the niche world. This smells like a several $100 fragrance, even though the price is much lower than that, and I'll get to that later. So, moving forward with this, this is, I would not call it very versatile. It's very strong. It is very not beginner friendly. I would recommend this one to somebody who already has an established collection and who wants to just bring their collection up a notch. You know, maybe you have a lot of designers that are typical. Maybe you have some gourmands for the winter. Maybe you have some freshies for the warmer months. But if you want something that's really just a cut above the rest, pick this one up. I mean, like I said, it's not for beginners. It's very strong. It's very leathery. It's very spicy. Not for everybody. It does have some Middle Eastern characteristics, you know, with the smoky accords and the spices. But it's not, I wouldn't call it overly offensive, although I would not want to wear this in the office or in a date setting. It's just very powerful. It's very loud and it's very bold. You know, it does share similarities, like I said, to Gucci Guilty Absolute and the Bulgari Man Black line. You could almost say this is like a turned up version of those scents, you know, in terms of performance and note breakdown. So yeah, I'm not going to say this is super versatile because it's not, but it's also not the most challenging fragrance out there. I'd say, you know, intermediate level collector, somebody who has, you know, smelled Middle Eastern fragrances before, somebody who's familiar with leather and spices. You know, if that sounds like it's up your alley, you gotta check this one out. Moving on to the performance now. The performance is magnificent. Longevity, I get like 10 hours on my skin. This is another one where if you spray it on before you go to bed, you wake up the next morning, you're still gonna smell it on your skin. Phenomenal performance. The projection also incredible. For the first 2 hours, this projects beyond an arm's length, elbow's length maybe after the first 2 hours, but it takes about 5 or 6 hours before it becomes a skin scent, right? So amazing performance. Also, you know, the sillage is quite good, hangs around in the air for half an hour after you spray it. This one is definitely for the colder months only. Very strong. It's built for cold weather. Do not wear this in the warm weather. It would become very cloying. You'll probably suffocate somebody. Very strong. Nighttime, I mean, you can tell just by looking at the bottle, the black and gold is reminiscent of night, at least to my eyes. I think this is definitely a nocturnal scent. Moving on to the price now. Very affordable. Another thing I love about this house is, like I said, they make super high quality scents and they offer very good prices. So on Fragrance Buy in North America, this goes for 55 US dollars for an 80 milliliter bottle, just like the one I have here. Phenomenal price. I really think you guys need to check this one out. Like I said, if you fit into that category of intermediate level, if you've experienced several different varieties of smells over the years, and you're able to differentiate between notes, you like things that are stronger, and you like things that are not typical blue freshy or warm gourmands, you want to take your game up a notch, check this one out. Black Incense Malaki from the House of Chopard. All right, guys, hope you've enjoyed my review, and I'll see you next time. Until then, keep it real.